gotten out of the gate undefeated. As we'll see the number 18 team in the country, the Oregon Ducks, taking on the number 1 team in the land, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis. First down for this offense. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He finds his man. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Will not get there. That 53-yard attempt was well within his range, but now this offense will take over at its own 36. And you want to talk about gang tackling, everybody on the defense run to the ball. People like to say conference affiliation doesn't matter, but you get the SEC against the Big Ten, and there's no denying there's a little extra juice in the building.
Definitely extra juice. The best 2 conferences, the biggest conferences, Palmer. Everybody talks about these being the power brokers and deciding the future of college football. So, yes, it matters.
A lot of blue bloods in both conferences, David, you're right. I think it's something players are also very aware of, too, is having that conference pride, wanting to win this game, representing the rest of the teams in their conference.
And he's brought down after a nice gain.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
The Tigers have this offense rolling. They keep attacking through the air. Finds his big tight end. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Line getting set on 2nd down. Looking for space. It's Spatonio. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
And nice job by the defense. Understanding 2nd and short, they're playing run. You can see super physical, now forcing the 3rd down and short.
Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this 3rd and short, they're still thinking touchdown. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
Really nice job on 3rd down by this offense. This offense has struggled on 3rd downs throughout the season. Not even in the top 50, but you know what? When you make it 3rd and short, when you have the run-pass option and you're not predictable, you can be more successful. So let's see if this offense can continue to put themselves in good positions.
They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Going to work in the red zone, they can pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Jet sweep to the receiver. Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers! The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out. You need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Fast motion from the offense. Give to the running back. At the 45 on his way. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line.
Man, this guy is so scary when he has the ball in his hands. He kind of reminds me, he's got a little bit of Leonard Fournette. He's got a little bit of Clyde Edwards-Helaire, you know, just that shake and bake. And when they get in the second level, DBs just don't seem to know how to tackle this guy. You don't want to submarine. He might hurtle over you, but if you don't go in with conviction, and he's got the speed to get outside and take it the distance. This dude just makes your heart stop every time he has the ball.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Quick handoff. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. The defense trying to get a stop on 3rd down from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Pulls it in. It's Bitonio. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
And had they not picked up that first down, it would have been decision time for the head coach, right? You're kind of in no man's land on the fridge. Are you trying a long field goal? Are you going for it on 4th down? But because of the execution there and the nice throw, let's keep this drive going. Let's see if we can get 6.
And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. They ran it on 1st down, now on 2nd. He's looking to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Bitonio. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. LSU getting set on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. He's got it down the middle. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Yeah, and that was tough on the DB, right? He's trying to cover the receiver on a drag route, running back over the middle of the field. You're trying to avoid all the linebackers, all of the congestion. He just couldn't stay with them long enough, and as a result, fresh set of downs for the offense.
He wants to pass it on 2nd down. He's got his man. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the 1st down.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a 1st down.
They'll give it to the back. Able to get a couple on the play. He's down at the 9. The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime.
The big defensive tackles in the middle, they're not always the best pass rushers, but they are strong, and I say country strong. They put their hands on you, you feel it. They lock people out on the line of scrimmage. They create separation. They wrap running backs up, and usually they don't get out of the midst of those big boys.
Each brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Fires into traffic, picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Really nice focus by this sophomore, and he jumped on his chance to make a play.
What a nice play by the DB there. When that rain starts coming down, the ball gets a little bit heavier. The quarterback throws the ball a little bit lighter.
LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
He's back to throw on second down. Oh, does he turn that loose down the middle. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. He's got the sideline going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Makes the grab on the left. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Man, this quarterback's been in a nice rhythm all drive, hasn't he? He's just playing on time. He's making good decisions. He's now got the offense at 1st and goal. I'd let him throw it down here. He has earned that right.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to throw. Snags it. He gets it in. Touchdown, LSU.
And coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
They'll leave it with him. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Fires into traffic. Intercepted. Trying to take it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Trying to find his man on 1st down. It's complete to the left. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on 1st down, using the quick game. Second and short now after that completion. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. LSU will get a first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
Now they'll try to cash in this drive. First and 10 from the 50. Give to the back. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
None at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. Hard running there. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Shoots it to the left. Pulls it in. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
And in this offense, you know, as a quarterback, you're going to get opportunities to put up some pretty big numbers. You've been impressed watching this guy play early this year. With that last pass completion, he's now already over 2,000 yards on the season.
The Tigers will snap it on 1st and 10. He looks that one in nicely. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Got his man quickly. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. LSU lining up 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And they get to him just in time and ride him out of bounds at the 1. And after the really good gain on 1st down, they'll try to finish it off on 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. First down to start the drive after the break. Running back searching for a hole. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. He's looking to throw. Zings it complete to the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
It's so nice as a quarterback when you've got a guy like that working for you in the slot. He has such a good feel to find the open spaces in the defense. Just makes life so much easier for his quarterback.
From the gun on third down. They're working that left side. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
LSU moving quickly, going to work again on first down. Wide out in motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. And a good solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Well, you got to give the defense a lot of credit on this play because they were doing a nice job understanding who had the football and where they were. So a nice job by the defense rallying around that ball carrier and now not giving up the first down.
Kept it on the ground on first down, now back to the line. Leaves it with the back. Stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23. Here they come up to the 23-yard line, not thinking field goal, wanting to convert this third and short. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. He leaves it with the back. Drives into the defense, and they get him down after a pickup of 3 to the 16. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Trying to surprise him with the pass. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
And a big opportunity for this offense to tie the game up in the 4th with a touchdown. A first down run in the red zone. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Second and goal for this offense. Wide receiver now comes in motion. With jet sweep pass. Touchdown LSU! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they wanted. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
On second down, wants to throw. Dumps it off in the flats. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. A A completion, but not quite enough for the first down. Third down coming for this offense. Looks as if he's going to run it. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
Well, this guy's a weapon, throwing it and running it, and you know he's going to try to hurt this defense with his legs.
It puts so much stress on the defensive line to chase him and the fact that the play is extended so long.
Yeah, if they've got a spy defensively, if someone's athletic enough to run with this guy, that's going to be maybe a sound move moving forward schematically.
Will they try to win it here or be content to play for overtime? Quick strike complete. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Personal foul.
I know defenders hate quarterbacks and love nothing more than hitting them, but you're hitting yourself in the gut when you get a 15-yard penalty. The defense in a most benevolent move, giving the offense a new set of downs. Gets it out quickly. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And now on 2nd down for this offense. He's looking to throw. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, guys, fourth quarter, you're trailing. You know that they're going to be throwing the ball and trying to be aggressive and try to climb back into this one. Couldn't come up with it there on 2nd down. Let's see what happens on 3rd.
We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He's got it. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
It's all tied up. This offensive line, they want the pressure. They want everything to go through them here. They're saying, look, let's just run the ball. Let's get this thing down closer and closer to the goal line. Let's bleed some clock and put ourselves in a position to win.
Timeout is called, and the clock is down to 8. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Leaves it with the running back. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go.
Timeout, LSU.
They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. Perhaps duck shoes would be appropriate here as he comes out in the rain to try to win the game. And they'll send out the field goal unit. Nerves of steel right down the boulevard on the game-winning chip shot. That was fun, and it was big time, and it is a confidence builder to come through waning moments and win a game like that.
Confidence builder, dream maker, right? Those are the things you dreamed about in the backyard, drawing it up with the clock running down. You're going to make the play to win. Your offense is going to come through in the clutch. Jesse, that's exactly what they did.
No doubt about it, Dave, and that's a tough situation to be in. There's so much pressure on these individual players to have to step up and have to make that big play, but you could see the belief they had in each other, the respect they have for each other, and now moving forward, this is a huge confidence builder for this team.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.